Hello friends, and welcome to another video. I'm posting again today. I told you this was going to happen. I prophesied in the end of my last video, but whatever. We're talking about CRAVITY's Sunseeker album. So I got out a CRAVITY album, but more importantly, far more importantly, I've forgotten to mention this in my last two videos, even though it was explicitly in my notes to do so. I hit 250 subscribers. Which is nothing, I am aware. Like, in the grand scheme of YouTube and just humanity, that's not that much. But it also feels like a ton. Like, it feels like an obscene number to me. And I can't express in words how grateful I am. Like, I've said this before, I went to an insanely small school growing up. So it's like the number of people I went to school in my entire schooling career with. And that's just crazy to me. Like, obviously, I've known more than 250 people in my life. But it's just, I don't know. I'm very grateful. And I appreciate you all. Also, as a housekeeping thing, this isn't really going to apply to CRAVITY. I should have said this in my key video. But either way, for groups where I have, like, 800 reviews for them, I'm going to start making playlists for things, because it's a lot simpler for me, so be on the lookout for that. But let's actually get into like the meat of the video, which is of course to discuss CRAVITY. So, just to go over how this video is going to work, I'm going to run through the track list, I'm going to give you my thoughts on each song, and then I'm going to give this album a score out of 10 at the end. However, I do have a few disclaimers before we continue. Disclaimer number 1, this album is new. It came out today. I've heard it once so far, and my opinions on all of these songs very much may change over time. Second disclaimer is, of course, my standard. Everything I say in this video is just my opinion. You do not have to agree with my opinion because, as the mug always says, music is subjective, and that is great. Okay, now that we have all that out of the way, we can get started. And first up, we have the pre-release song, Cheese. And I'm actually going to skip this. I made a whole video for it that I'll put in the description. You can watch it if you want to. But I don't really feel like rehashing everything here. All you need to know, I think this song is fun. I think it's cute. It's a nice listening experience. And with that, we're going to keep going. So, on to this first song we will be discussing, which is, of course, the title track, Ready or Not. And it's great. It's fun. I really enjoyed listening to it. However, there are a couple areas where I would improve. Primarily, the second verse would require a lot of attention. It's not great, if you ask me. We didn't need a whole other beat shift rap verse. I have a vendetta against songs that are overly rappy. I think it is essentially a pandemic in K-pop at this point, where because groups have so many rappers, they feel the need to shove endless raps into their song. I've complained about this with several groups, but no, boo, bad. Like, the part of the second verse that isn't raps is fun. It's cute. It can stay. The raps need to go. The first verse, on the other hand, is excellent. I think the rap there in particular actually really works. I think it fits well within the song. It doesn't require a complete beat shift, which I appreciate. The background music, meanwhile, is great too. It absolutely slaps, and the bridge is very pretty. The chorus, though, that's definitely the strongest part of this song, if you ask me. This chorus is absolutely amazing. Like, it bangs in every way. I personally had the time of my life listening to it, and I plan on doing so several more times. Big picture though, while this is a great song and it is already in my Apple Music, this isn't CRAVITY's best work. I said this in my Choose review. Groovy's too powerful. It just is. I don't know if it will ever be topped by CRAVITY. Like, it is one of the best songs of 2023. It is, if I recall correctly, my 4th most streamed song this year. Like, I listen to it all the time. It is excellent, and this song just doesn't really live up to that. That said, CRAVITY has some very bad titles to their name. Like, The Bestie, a longtime lovey, has said to me before, years ago now, maybe like a year ago, she was like, people, like, CRAVITY stans hate CRAVITY's music. And I get it. A year ago, at least, they had a lot of really bad titles. So, while this isn't CRAVITY's best work, this is far from their worst. On to the next song, which is a Megaphone, and admittedly, I had fear going into this song because I'd heard the album preview and I was scared the song would be too loud and it would give me a headache. And to be fair, it almost crossed that line, and if it did cross that line, this song would have to die. It doesn't go quite that far though, like it teeters along the edge, but it doesn't ever really cross the line to make the song a fully unenjoyable experience. Like the verses are fun, the verses are campy, and I like them. Also, the raps in the second verse are actually quite good, like to a surprising extent, because most songs with, let's just say, this type of vibe tend to have shoutier raps, whereas the flow in these were actually quite good, and I enjoyed them. The chorus, though, is where it definitely gets the closest to giving me a headache, because that part gets very, very shouty, and as we've established on this channel, I do not listen to music to be shouted at. Also, the background music throughout the song is just a little loud and grating for me. Like, it's not the worst thing I've ever heard, but it's not the best, if you know what I mean. Okay, next is Vibration. And it's a bit excellent, if you ask me. Like, it has this chill vibe going for it, but simultaneously, this song fucks hard. That, however, is primarily due to the chorus. This chorus is an experience. Like, the combination of the background music and the singing are working together just so perfectly. Like, it is amazing. And speaking of the background music, it is so good. It builds so well throughout the song, and we've established this on my channel, but I love when a song builds. Also, that beat drop in the bridge, who did that? Who did that? Who is responsible for that? Because they deserve a Grammy. The rest of the song is good too, don't get me wrong. Like, I enjoy the verses, the pre-chorus is great, but the background music and the chorus are definitely the shining parts of the song. Up next, we have 9 O'Clock, and this song, it's a bit of pop perfection. It is like, it's bright, and it's fun, and it's cute, and it fills me with indescribable joy. But on top of that, it's also a great song. Admittedly, the first verse feels like a fully separate song. Like, it has a totally different vibe going for it, but that's fine. It's fine, because it's a song I'd also be down to listen to. The pre-chorus, though, that's when it shifts to the brighter, poppier sound, and that's where I become very, very happy. And then the chorus itself is just so cute. Like, I have a concerning amount of fun when I listen to the song. I just really like cute pop songs. Okay, like, I like bright and fun and cute. And while we're on the topic of cute, because the bestie is unhinged in many ways and loves Songman, I will specifically point out that he sounds very cute just throughout this album. Anyway, last but not least, we have Love Fire, and it took about 3 seconds for me to be enthralled by this song, because this song is a bop and a half, and I loved every second of it. Also, when the chorus came in, my jaw dropped, and I don't know why, because, like, this isn't some life-changing, earth-shattering chorus. It's not. It's not even the best chorus on this album, but there is something about it that had me obsessed. The rest of the song is also amazing, if you were wondering. The verses are great. Not only do the raps not feel out of place, they actually hit, which I greatly appreciate, and also the background music is really cute. It's just such a nice listening experience, and it wraps up the album really well. It's just a moment all around. But that is all I have to tell you about this album. So that it is score time, and overall, I'm going to give this album a 9.3 out of 10. I really am. Admittedly, this isn't CRAVITY's best album. I think their last album, Masterpiece, is a masterpiece of an album. There are multiple songs on that album that are in my most streamed songs of 2023. It is one of the most streamed albums by me of 2023. I love that album. This album isn't that. It does not live up to that level. However, it doesn't need to. It is a great album on its own. So yeah, 9.3 out of 10. However, that is all I have for you today. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to comment your thoughts on this album down below. Let me know how you feel. You can also like and subscribe if you want to, or don't. I will be okay either way. And in the description, I will put not only my shoes review, but also all my other CRAVITY reviews, so you can check those out if you so choose. But yeah, thank you again for watching. Bye!